I woke up and I knew it was going to be a big day, although I wasn't sure why, as soon as I saw a tweet from our president just saying prosecutorial misconduct. Now, I am not super tapped into the SCOTUS watch, so I didn't know that there was a big case coming today. That was my first sign. But there was a big one and a big decision with the Supreme Court today clearing the way for prosecutors in New York to see President Trump's financial records, a stunning defeat for Mr. Trump, but a decision that probably means the records will be shielded from public scrutiny under grand jury secrecy rules until after the election and perhaps indefinitely. It was actually two decisions. So in a separate decision, the court ruled that Congress could not, at least for now, see many of the same records. Both votes were 7-2, with Chief Justice John G. Roberts Jr. writing both majority opinions. And oddly enough, it's the two Trump appointees who were against both of these. But anyway, I have thoughts, obviously, but Ben, I'm curious, what do you make of these two decisions?
It's a continuous theme, right? Some of the only good news that we've gotten in this pandemic has come from the Supreme Court. And that's been a surprise, especially because of the conservative bent of the court. Chief Justice Roberts has regularly shown that I believe he's putting the interest of the court, the validity of the court, first and foremost. I think that's what he's doing. And, I'm not quite sure exactly how long that will play out, right? I think our luck is going to run out. I really am interested, particularly in the case with Donald Trump and his tax records, right? I think that is really the one that's shaking him up the most. And I'm interested in seeing obviously what's in there, but like how far reaching does this go? Like what are the real ramifications of this? And that's why Donald Trump is, of course, doing what he does. He's crying foul as he normally does.
Exactly, and we'll have a little bit more of his reaction in just a minute, but yeah, I'm curious about that too. I mean, the case involving Congress, apparently we're not getting that resolved anytime soon. The one with the New York investigation, even that, hypothetically, we might not have for some time. And so I guess what I'm curious about is, I got one or two tweets with people saying, I can't wait to see your reaction, and I worry that I might disappoint people, because I think some fans will think, I'm going to be excited because we're finally close to getting his records. But I don't know. I feel a little bit weird about it. Like, as far as we've now come through this whole thing and now into this pandemic and all of that, I don't know. I wonder how much I care anymore. And more importantly, I wonder how much anyone will care. Like, at this point, what are we going to find that's going to, get through to his base? Like, peel away 10% of voters? I don't know what that would have to be. They're okay with tens of thousands of people dying. What financial stuff is going to sway them at this point?
No, I think that's actually spot on, right? There's nothing when Donald Trump said that he can go on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody. We did not realize how prophetic that would be. Like he really, this base. He doesn't go below 35% in terms of his approval rating. And that's his core base that will follow him to hell and back again. Yeah. So there's nothing that's going to come out of his tax returns that's going to change their mind. And I think you make a great point. Like we're at the end of this and the damage has been done. Right. Of course, there's a long way between now and January. So if there's anything in this that is an open and shut case for a second impeachment, then fine. But I don't know how that really changes the conditions that we're under now. Like there are a lot of emergencies that are happening right now that I think you make a great point that this really won't have any bearing on.
Yeah, 100%. And I see people in the chat are saying like campaign finance fraud and stuff like that. And I totally get it, but we already know about that. Like I have no doubt that we would find out about criminality. I have no doubt at all. I just wonder if it would matter. And to go even one step more meta than that, do we want it to be the story? Like, considering all that's going on and how bad it obviously is for Donald Trump politically with the pandemic and his decision to turn the entire election into sort of a referendum on race relations in America by viciously demonizing anyone who doesn't wear a red hat and have pasty skin, is it better for Trump to have this be about his taxes and his financial stuff? Because he certainly hasn't liked any of the news this past year. That seems more like comfortable ground for him. I don't know. Am I wrong?
So I don't think you're wrong. I think it's more of a testament to like how screwed America is, right? Do you remember at the beginning of his term where journalists kept saying, we can't let this be the new normal. This isn't normal. This is not the new normal. Well, yeah, it already was the new normal, right? We're at the point where we're so desensitized because of Donald Trump specifically. Like America was already on a bad trajectory. And I don't want to make it seem like we're going to lay everything at the feet of Trump,
Yeah.
but a lot deserves to be laid at the feet of Trump. And part of what needs to be laid at the feet of Trump is just the ridiculous amount of controversy after controversy after controversy. And because of how he manages controversy, which is to like say, meh, whatever, right? We didn't realize that meh, whatever was so freaking powerful, right? And then he has a base that's like, he doesn't care, we don't care. And that has put us in a place where literally nothing matters. Nothing matters with Donald Trump. He's going to keep getting that 35%. He's going to keep getting that 36% approval rating, and he's going to keep dominating the Republican Party. So I don't know. Like I still kind of agree with you. Whether or not it's something that he's more comfortable with, I don't know. I just know that he's comfortable with not caring about anything, and that's his invincibility power right there.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I also want to say I was corrected in the comments, and the correction was totally right. It was Thomas and Alito that voted against these, not I implied that it was Kavanaugh and Gorsuch. So commenters, +1 for you, -1 for me. Thank you for keeping me honest. I was just recollecting incorrectly. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.